Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're going to be following these different steps up on the board. We're going to start by reviewing the investigation phase of the design process from yesterday, where we focused on defining the challenge and our object silhouette drawings. Then we're going to be moving into ideation, the second phase of the design process, where we'll actually start to brainstorm ideas to solve the problem and even start the prototype sketches. We might even have time to watch a CorelDRAW video demo. It's going to prepare us for next week on Monday, because starting next week, we're not going to be meeting in the art room. We're going to be meeting all week, Monday through Friday, in the IMC Maker Lab. So do not come to the art room, go to the IMC. So, as I mentioned, here's the schedule. We're going to be meeting the IMC Monday through Friday, and then a couple days probably the following week, and then finish up by glazing our mugs right before Thanksgiving break. So to review, it's going to be your job to design a graphic image on vinyl inspired from a specific content area that's going to be installed on a Chromebook at the Chippewa Middle School class carts. So we're using CorelDRAW, transitioning to vinyl, and then installing it on a Chromebook. So we looked at different images yesterday that focused on positive and negative space. Again, positive space, the object that pops out. Negative space is the area that goes back or recedes or surrounds the object. And you can have a lot of hidden imagery in several different artworks that use positive and negative space. We did our own hand object silhouette drawings. Your goal was to do 3. We'll give you some time to finish up some of those today. So here's what we're doing today. On page 2 of your design packet, you're going to start to brainstorm ideas to solve the problem. You're going to be receiving a specific teacher and content area to focus your inspiration and brainstorming around. So for example, if you have period 2, you have Mr. Kelly Social Studies. Period 3, you're going to have the PE teachers for health. 4, Ms. Kostick for ELA. 5, Ms. Getz, math. 6, Ms. Nelson, Spanish. And 7, Larson, band. So here's what you're going to be doing. Let's say that you have Mr. Seeley. No, not an option. But let's say you have Mr. Seeley for art, and you're going to be drawing or designing Chromebooks for them. You're going to start in column 1 and write the teacher's name and the content area. Don't worry about the vinyl color or the Chromebook number at this point. Once you're done with that, then you're going to be writing down as many different tools, objects, or artifacts associated with that school subject. So in art, you have a lot of options. First 2 I'm thinking of: paintbrush, pencil. You probably write pencil down for a lot of different content areas and books, but again, pencil and paintbrush for art. Write as many as you can. Third, you're going to write down as many different types of important people, concepts, vocabulary terms, or other keywords that are associated with that content area. So I think of different artists, I think of different art movements, I think of different locations that are famous and popular, I think a lot of different concepts that are important. So Leonardo da Vinci and Frida Kahlo, just to name a few. Write down as many as you can. Once you've written down with words on the first 3 columns, then you're drawing any of these 2 on here. So you're doing tools, you're doing objects, you're doing people, you're doing vocabulary terms, keywords. You're sketching those in the right column or underneath these as well. Once you've taken a few minutes to brainstorm and sketch out your ideas, then you're going to be combining these different things together on page 2. You're going to be taking the best of your ideas, and you're going to have 4 squares to put in 4 different prototype sketches. Your prototype should be a collage of contour line silhouettes and typography. Basically what that means is you're not drawing the details on the inside, you're just doing silhouettes. So just an outside line or contour line as the examples that you see here. Now, we are creating collages. A collage means blending multiple unique elements together to create a whole. Now, a lot of times artists use different mediums to blend together, so different physical materials. But for this project, we're combining different contour lines or silhouettes together. So as you see in this example here, you've got the statue of David, you've got a printmaking brayer, paintbrush, you have an artwork imagery here, pencil, photography, and a paint splatter here. So all those things have to do with art. All those things are collage, or this is an example of a collage because they're blended and touching together. And again, like I mentioned, they're silhouettes. So to make your prototype sketch, you're going to have 5 to 10 images thematic with the school subject. Again, all the images should be silhouettes, which means they're shadows or just a complete contour line without any details on the inside. All your images should touch or overlap each other. You can see how some of these on the outside are touching and some of these are overlapping the inside. That's fine. You want to make sure that you choose a word, noun, or verb that's motivational phrase that is thematic with your school subject. You could certainly write art, you could certainly write social studies or science or ELA or Spanish, but I want you to focus on maybe something more unique and motivational than just that. Once you're done with your brainstorming and your prototype sketches, you can check with me, so I'll give you some feedback, and then we'll be ready to go down to the vinyl or go down to the IMC for next week. Have fun and work hard.